this means every week at this time, we gather up all the stupid drunk stories of all the stupid drunk people doing stupid drunk stuff while they're stupid and drunk, and we read them all together for Drunks in the News. Drunks in the News. Brought to you by the greatest restaurant on the planet, the Gale Street Inn. My thanks to George and everybody at the Gale Street Inn. Check out galestreet.com. All right, and of course, you can be a part of this, like Chuck in Naperville tonight. He is going to be our drunk reader, which means what you got to do is find a link to a funny drunk story on the internet and send it to ccollins@wgnradio.com and say, hey, listen, I want to read this on the air. Craig will call you back, and we will set it all up. You'll read it on the air. Not only will you be a part of Drunks in the News, but you will also get yourself a $25 Gale Street Inn gift card. That's right, from the Gale Street Inn, sponsors of Drunks in the News. So it's as simple as that. And also, we're going to be doing Straight Outta Context and Nick D Show Spies. Straight Outta Context is when you listen to this radio station 24/7 to every single person on the radio station. When somebody says something that you can pull out of context and it sounds dirty, it makes that inner 9-year-old in you laugh. Jot down the day, the time, who said it, and send it to ccollins@wgnradio.com. That's CCOLLINS, ccollins@wgnradio.com. Pull it out of context. Anybody says it, everybody is. And for the spy, Nick D Show Spies, listen 24/7 whenever I am mentioned or the show is mentioned in any capacity. Again, jot down the time, day, who said it, and send it to ccollins@wgnradio.com. That's right.
I want to tell you a story.
Drug number one. Drug number one.
I come home one Friday. Had to tell the landlady I done lost my job.
Yeah. Police say a drunk Oregon man who mistakenly tried to get into a Bremerton home Thursday morning got more than he bargained for when the homeowner pulled out a handgun and shot at him. A young woman living on the 300 block of the avenue called 911 at midnight after hearing a man banging on her door. The woman, who was in the house with her mother and younger sister, told officers that the stranger was banging on the door and demanding to be let in. The commotion woke the woman's mother and sister. Police say a mother grabbed a handgun and yelled at the stranger, "You've got the wrong house." While the woman was still on the phone with the 911 dispatcher, her mom fired a single shot at the door. Police say the bullet went through the door and a glass storm door before coming to a stop in the door frame. The stranger, who was not hit, ran away. Police found him a few blocks away and took him into custody. He said he's a 26-year-old Oregon man. He was drunk. He showed up at the wrong address. It's unclear if he will face any criminal charges.
I said no. Can't find no job. That point, I got no money to pay the rent.
Drunk number two. Drunk number two.
Said I seen you today. You were standing on a corner.
Locals in Southwestland are being told to be on the lookout for drunk birds. The New Zealand native wood pigeons are getting stuck into a bumper crop, are getting sucked into a bumper crop of summer fruit, after which sitting in the sun ferments them inside and turns into alcohol. This is leading to some wood pigeons being so drunk that they're falling out of trees. The same happened in Whangarei a couple of years ago. Native bird recovery center manager Rob Webb says that they need to help the pigeons sober up. In 2010, the sanctuary was inundated with about 60 wood pigeons who had had too much guava. He said once it's flushed through their bodies, they come out all right. Webb says anyone seeing a pigeon lying on the ground should help it out.
I said I know. Everybody funny. Now you for that too. So I go back.
Drug number three. Drug number three.
I'm gonna pay the rent. She said, yeah. I said, oh yeah.
Most people with a good buzz on called Domino's for delivery, but one Texas woman thought it would be just hysterical to instead call 911 to have emergency responders deliver cigarettes to her home. For her trouble, 48-year-old Linda White, described as very intoxicated, did indeed get a visit from two unamused deputies and an arrest for a misdemeanor abuse of 911 and a potential sentence up to 180 days in jail and no cigarettes. We were just kicking in the backyard, a few beers too many, White tells NBC News. Next thing you know, we're out of cigarettes. Well, I don't want to drive to town. I was drunk, you know, but in my backyard. So she decided to use this logic. What's the safest person to call? Your police department, I thought. She was later released from the Hood County Jail, reports the AP.
Oh, one bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Drunk number 4, drunk number 4. Drunk number 4 is Chuck in Naperville. He's our drunk reader this week. Here we go.
Hi, this is Chuck from Naperville, and I'm recording for Drunks in the News. A drunk man was arrested after he allegedly was caught masturbating after smashing his way into a fire station. Nicholas Gonzalez was detained by officers after breaking into the Metro Firehouse in Louisville, Kentucky, in the early hours of Saturday morning. It is alleged he smashed a bay window of the fire station and removed the fireman's gear from lockers. When firefighters at the station went to investigate the sound of smashing glass, they allegedly found Mr. Gonzalez, 27, flushing himself in front of the equipment. Firefighter Michael Davenport told WHAS-TV that Mr. Gonzalez never acknowledged him when he caught him. He said he continued his lewd act, and that's when I grabbed him by his shirt and dragged him out. Police were called and Mr. Gonzalez was arrested. Officers reportedly said he was under the influence of alcohol at the time. He has since been charged with burglary in the second degree, public intoxication, and criminal mischief. This has been Chuck from Naperville for Drunks in the News.
Good God. It's time to vote. It is time to vote. So we've got the drunk man who bangs on the wrong door and gets shot at. We got the drunk woman who called 911 for cigarettes. We got drunk birds falling out of trees. And we got a guy who broke into a fire house and pleasured himself in front of the equipment. All right, Craig.
That's a great week. I think a dark horse is the birds. I'm going to go with the birds. I like drunk animals.
Birds falling out of the trees. All right, and Roger?
I don't know. We've had the drunk animals before. They're getting drunk on the fermented fruits. We've had kangaroos and other animals doing that. We've had that before.
We had a moose stuck in a tree.
Moose too, yeah.
It was a moose drunk stuck in a tree.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think the guy, the wayward guy in the police station, I think.
You mean the fire station?
Or the fire station. I mean, yeah.
All right.
I think I'll go with that one.
All right, I'm going to go with that one too. So that's our winner, Chuck. Your guy is the drunk of the week, and Chuck in Naperville, you get yourself a $25 Lou Malnati's gift certificate. Same bad time, same bad channel next week for Drunks in the News. Drunks in the News. Brought to you by the greatest restaurant on the planet, the Gale Street Inn, and my thanks to George. Alrighty then. All right. Well, now, let me hold on a second. I didn't have this queued up, so now I have to do this.